What is media query is it allows to change the content according to the media device, right? So that means you can configure responsive design using media queries. Responsive means what? Responsive allows to change according to device type and you can say width and orientation. Allows to change according to device type, width, orientation and everything. So how do we write media queries? One example I showed you when we learnt about display grid. While working with grid, we learnt about that. Syntactically, we write like this. At the net, media. Media have a type and we have an attribute and we can have value. Like this, we can write. Type refers to screen or print or speech. We have three options. Huh? Attribute have width, min width, max width and orientation. Again, orientation have landscape, portrait, like this. So that is the media query. So we will see what is difference, how we need to adjust and design. So this is the media query example. So let's see what is difference between width, min width, max width. What is the point? For example, see in our application here in the application we are having, yeah, suppose we are having width. I will add a new page media. Okay. See here, just let's write a script, sorry, style. And here at the net media, media is screen and width is some 600. What does 600 pixels? Huh? Yeah. What does it means is when your page is 600 pixel width, if it is 600 pixel width, then what to do? What I will do is for body, we will put a background color as yellow. That is the background color yellow given for that. That means if width is 600 pixel, we will keep the background color is yellow. What is problem in this is width means exact. That is not satisfying because exact 600 we cannot have anywhere. Regularly we cannot have exact 600. But actually width means that means when the screen is exact 600 pixel. For example, you run this now. When you run this, you can see this is the browser window, and I am resizing the window. Width I am adjusting. How I can keep exact 600? We can try one thing. Inspect. In the inspect, what we will do here, we will go to this toggle button. This is device button, and you click the device button. Now you see current width is 684. I am moving this now. So exactly 600, then background is yellow. That's very difficult. I will put exactly 600. Now, if it is 600 yellow, width means exact. That's not great, and we don't use this regularly. So what we use is min width, max width. This is very important. Why? Because let's see, I will show you some website here. Even we can use orientation. So first, what is the point about width? Width means exactly at specified units. That is width. We have an option called, instead of width, we can use min width. Min width is nothing but, observe now, what is meaning of min width means starting from 600 pixels up to end. That means min width means starting from this point up to end. How it should look, we have to define. For example, see, let's inspect and see here, 600 and higher, it is yellow. 600 below, it is different. So what is meaning of min width means starting from 600, how you want a page. So I will show you how people use it in real time, how they implement this. Your wish, 700, 600, you can put anything. What is meaning of min width? Min width means starting from specified point up to end. What is max width? Max width means 0 to 600. That means starting with 0 up to 600. That means starting with 0 up to 600, it is yellow. From 600 onwards, it is different. So we have two values. Min width indicates starting from specified units up to end. That is min width. Max width starting from 0 up to specified units. That is actually min width, max width. That means if I write min width is 600 pixel, what does it means? Starting from 600 pixel up to end. So max width 600. This means that start with 0 up to 600 pixel. That's the point actual. How this is used in designing, development, how we can implement this, we will see. Orientation, I already showed you na. Orientation, landscape and portrait. When we change landscape different, portrait different, like. I will show one example here for website designs like shopper template. Let's open this shopper template. This is actually bootstrap template. This is a shopper template. In this shopper template, actually, you see they have a nav bar. Suppose they are having this nav bar. And above also there is a nav bar. And observe now, I'm increasing the width. Then you can see that the nav bar shows items inside. Am I right? And I decrease the width. After certain point, those items will be hidden and buttons will come. That means you are decreasing the width, then I can't show many items. Then I will hide them and I will put with some button click and all. Let's see how to design like this. That means we can design like this. Let's see how we can design like this. So what we will do, let's go to the page here. I'm first creating a simple nav. In this nav, we have division. Here we are having a span. This is shopper. This is having class. This is what brand title. Okay, that's simple. After that, we have a nav. That's this is then we will keep as header. Yeah, header. And in the nav, I am giving some items like home, like shop, like pages, like this we are giving span like docs. So we have span like this blog, all this. We have another div. Here we put a button. And for this we will link relation style sheet, href, node modules, icons, CSS. And what we will do is this button, we will put a class called btn bi as justify. Okay. Actually, this is the design. We created a design like this. Let's create a simple combination like this. Okay. What I will do is first, wherever header is present, I given header with a border, 1 pixel solid black. Okay. Padding I given as 20 pixel. So header looks like a box. Font family Arial and font size. We give some 20 pixel. That looks normal. Now, what should happen is when I watch on wider screen, I can show all the menu items side by side. But when width is reduced, it will go less than suppose 600 pixel. Then I can't show these items. Then what we will do is we will write a media query. At the net media is screen and suppose I will define min width. Min width means starting from where 700 pixel I will give. Starting from 700 pixel up to end. What should happen is header. We have a header now. Header should display flex. It should be justify content space between. Justify content space between. Flex direction we know. Flex direction default is row. Space between. And temporarily align items also center I will give. This is one more. But when you are watching on wide screen here, this button I don't want. I don't want the button. Then what we can do if you don't want the button, then here I given button display as none. That means it is hidden. You can give any class for the button or anything you can define, and we will have like so in the nav wherever span is there, some padding right 20 pixel, some gap will come. Once I start decreasing the width of this, so then what should happen here is I will write another one at the net media. Media is screen and max width. Max width is 699 pixel because from 700 onwards it will be different. From 0 to 699, what should happen is I don't want to show the nav. I don't want to show the nav. Then what we will do is now display as none. Don't show the nav. And button will display as block. So you display button inline, that means in the same line it will display. Now don't display. So now see what happens here. I will right click and inspect, and you can see this is the option here. Currently, how much is the width? 800. I am decreasing the width, then automatically after 700, then it will change like this. Now we need one more thing to do. How we can make it side by side? Actually, what we have to do, header, we haven't mentioned display as what? Flex. Justify content what? Space between. That means it will come like this. Because actually I given display flex only in more than 700. But now see, this is the combination it shows. When I increase here, when I go more than 700, the menu will come. And when I decrease, then it will be into a button. Later, JavaScript will teach you what you can do on button click, open the menu and show. We can design with JavaScript, Bootstrap, they are all required. But this is actually the purpose of media query. That means how they design a website. Means I already told you now that designing a website template and testing on mobile simulator will not make it fit on mobile. What we have to do, we have to create two layouts. One layout for wide screens, one layout for smaller, that means shorter screens. For orientation landscape, one style, portrait another style. That means we need to design two different layouts. Actually their shopper template also created like that. So what is min width, max width? I hope you understood. Min width means starting from that particular point up to end. Max width means starting from 0 up to the point that we need to adjust. Actually based on this, so many things they actually recreate. So means just roughly I am doing, I am showing only rough layout. You have to design, put the pictures, put the colors, alignments, everything you design. If you observe their shopper template, when you see the shopper template, uh, what you see, the shopper template, when I am watching on this screen, now you see these two, they designed like this. Just now we saw how to do it. That means if it is less than 600 or 700 pixel, then change like this. More, then you put all the menu items there. Otherwise, hide them. Another what they have done is in the main area, actually this is main, three blocks are there. They changed it to only one block. Right? How it is possible? It is possible, there is no problem in that. For example, let's see here, you are watching on wide screen, right? So let's go. Let's create that just temporarily. I will give a section. We have a main. In this main, three divisions are there. So class. So what is it? This is women fashion. Another class is men fashion. Another class is kids fashion. Okay. And you know how to display them, right? What we will do. So let's write women fashion. Background image URL is dot slash images public images women fashion. This sorry, background size as cover. Okay, height I given as some 300 or 400 pixel. Roughly I given like this. And same I will copy here. Men fashion is men fashion dot jpg, and kids fashion is kids fashion dot jpg. Okay, now all these are ready. How to keep them side by side? Now let's go to the media here. If screen min width means starting from 700 up to this, how the main should display? Main should display as grid. Grid and a grid template columns. How many fractions? Four fractions, four fractions, four fractions. That means it will divide into three, na? Am I right? Once I go into lesser width, then main should display as what? Grid. And the grid template columns, how many? 12 fraction means it will be only one. And what we will do here is women kids fashion, and another one, who is it? Men fashion. So display as none. Don't show them. That means what happens when I am decreasing the width? That means only woman fashion will come. I'm increasing the width, then automatically all three will come. That's what they are implementing. You cannot simply say that I designed a page, but I am watching on mobile, it is not properly coming. It will not come. You have to design a different layout for home, for mobile screen, different layout for wide screens. Like that, every area you should design. Not only this, every area you should design. What they have done here, you see on wide screen below this, how many columns they have? Four columns they are having, but on mobile it becomes one. And see here, they are having two columns now, two columns. And now here, what we can have? One column only, one below another they are having, right? Now, this is the concept. The complete design you have to recreate. That means you need to reshuffle everything. You cannot simply say that I designed, I used meta, and it is not properly fitting everywhere. We don't do like that. For mobile, different layouts we plan. For widescreen, different layout we plan. This is just an example to show you. Example of how we can manage this type. This is an example of using those media queries. I will copy this example. You try to recreate that complete template with all effects, right? You should be able to create all those effects. Now you learnt about all the transforms, transitions, animations. Now we can achieve how every website have some effects inside it. For example, in shopper template, when you see, when I move mouse onto this, you see the photo is changing little bit left side. Am I right? How this is possible? On mouse over, it is moving little bit. How it is possible? How we can do like this? Transform have it translate X. We can move it left. I will show one example. See. So Let's see some animation here. Animations for shopper template, how they handle it. Okay, see. First, what I am doing here, we have a style, and here we have a div like class women fashion or men fashion, women fashion. Okay, and here in this women fashion dot women fashion, actually it is having a width how much it is having is some 500 pixel width, height is 400 pixel I given. In this there is a image, there is an image source, public images, and woman fashion jpg. And see, what we will do is this is class as women pick something. Now we are having women pick. Okay, what we are doing is width I given as already the container width is 500. This width I given as 520 pixel. Height is same, height is 200 400 pixel. Width is little large than what already it is having. So generally what happens, it will come like this. Actually it is in a container, that container is not shown. What I will do to show you that container, I will put a border so that you can see it, but actually we will remove it, right? You see now there is a box and the photo is little outside now. So what we will do now, we will put overflow as hidden. That means extra overflowing is hidden. Photo which is overflowing, it is hidden. Now what should happen when we are mouse over? That means what we will do, so women pick on hover, that means mouse is over, we will set the width as 500 pixel. That's the actual size of that. Or we can do one thing, transform, translate x-axis minus 20 pixel, because 20 pixel extra outside is there, minus 20 pixel, and you see that it will move like this. That's how they do. That means what it is doing, it is moving like this, left side. And you know, slowly moving means transition. Transition 500 milliseconds. You can use milliseconds, seconds, then it will be like this. On mouse over. Again back, it is like 500 milliseconds. Then it will be like this. On mouse over. 10, 20, anything we can define. This is what they are using in their website. We can move an element left, element right, but we should know that how to design it. That means in a container, an image, overflow extra, then move it left side, then it will not disturb. It is like this. This is one concept how we use our animations. Okay, let's see. We achieved that. Another one, you see this one. Of course, we can do that. Mouse over, photo is changing, and mouse out, icons are hiding. Mouse over, again icons are coming. Actually these icons you see, they look like coming from bottom. Your wish, you can put from bottom or anywhere you can put. They look like coming from bottom. This also we can design. Let's see how we can design. I will copy this first. Means I am showing all the different animations they are using in website. You have to combine them and put them in one design, right? Okay, let's go to the next part. Oh, and here I will create another one. Okay, women fashion is there. Uh, Different images are there. Actually, in my computer for women fashion, different images may be there. Images. Suppose one different image for women fashion. This also say public images. Everywhere that women fashion is say public images. Okay, here different women fashion is there. Copy. Women shop. Another is there. I will copy that into our project folder. We will copy it. And in that public images, I taken two related to same women fashion, women shop. There is another one. JPG is there. Okay. So what we have to do is dot woman fashion. Okay. So background, we have an image URL dot public images women fashion dot jpg. Background size is cover. Height is some 400 and width is some 300. And you can see this looks like this. We have this one. So what we will do now here is in this, when mouse over, we need to change the photo. That means woman fashion hover. We will use background image. We will use different image dot public images woman shop dot what jpg. And you can see that there is a different image on hover. On hover, it is changing. That means on mouse over, the picture is changing. So one more thing what we have to do is we need to put some icons, right? Let's do that. Here we will create a div with a class called shortcuts. Shortcuts, okay? And for the shortcuts, we will put some spans, class bi. So it is having what? I. I. Okay. Another span, class bi card 3 something. We have another span class bi heart. Like this we are using. You see the shortcuts are present here. So we need to link relation style sheet and href node modules bootstrap icons css. Okay, now you can see those icons are here. How do you keep them bottom? You know how do we keep them bottom? For women fashion, display as flex. Flex direction is column. Flex direction is column. Justify content end. I will use end. Align items center. That means justify content end means bottom will come. Justify content baseline is top. End is bottom. Center, space between, space around. Only one division is there. Huh? Now, what we will do is align items end. Okay. Then wherever these symbols are there, what bi, I, bi, Another one is BI cart 3, and another one is BI heart. So background color is white. So we have a background color for them. Padding is 5 pixel. Some padding will be there. So font size is some 18 pixel. Little size increases for them. 20 pixel, 25 pixel, little larger icons we are using there. And border radius is 100%. 100% border radius make it as round. So 22 font size, 20 font size. That's fine. Padding we will increase. That looks better little. And what we will do here is initially these are the shortcuts. Huh? All these have a margin right as 10 pixel. Some gap will come for them. Okay. Now initially these shortcuts, what we will do is so dot shortcuts. Shortcuts will keep margin bottom, margin top. Margin top 30 pixel I will give. From the top 30 pixel, we will use here transformer. Transform translate Y. Okay. Y as suppose 30 pixel. It will come down. Some 40 pixel, 50 pixel, it will come completely down. And we don't need to show anything which is down. Then what we will do? Overflow. Overflow is what? Hidden. Anything inside the container is outside, then hide. Don't show them. Now when mouse is over, so that means what we have to do here, we are writing dot women fashion on hover. Hover, what should do? Dot what? Shortcuts. When mouse is over, what should happen to the shortcuts? Transform here, translate Y, and I will give minus 50 pixel. Minus 50 pixel means it will come to the top. That means on mouse over, they are displaying on the top. Your wish, how you want to display them. I will just give minus 30 pixel, that little bit is here. And transition, transition is suppose 1 second. That means it will take 1 second to come. It will take again normal. Normal means you know again what to do. Transition is 1 second. Shortcuts. And you can see it will display slow and it will go out. We can add lot of effects. Like what are the effects? Actually, they are doing something else more. What is it? Opacity. Opacity is 0. And here what we do? Opacity as what? 1. That means by the time they come here, it will be like this. That means like slight transparency, how they put the transparency. That means we are able to add the effects and display them on change. We can put transition for photo also. That means mouse over, photo changing also should take some time. Then here what we do? Transition. So some 300 milliseconds. And it should not take long. It should be little okay. That means 300. That is slowly the image is changing. But for that, you have to make sure that you take the images of same height and width. That will be better, right? Immediately you want to change, just you can remove this timing, then fast. That's only the animation is given for that. That's what actually they are having there. These are the effects they are using. And of course, this you will do in JavaScript. JavaScript will teach you how to set a timer, stop clock and all JavaScript. and I think rest of things you can do, right? But and important is this left side, right side actually. What is this one? This you will do in Bootstrap. In Bootstrap and JavaScript, we can design like this. That means on left, right scrolling, we can implement using that. So you can now design the complete with all the effects, with all the effects. So just you need to know how to implement whatever transitions, animations you have learned. This is another example for that. Just I given a pieces of animations all together, you need to combine and you have to finish that complete template. Try creating that complete template. That means all with exact uniform appearance, effects, everything you try to do, right? So this is all the concept you need to understand in CSS. This is enough to understand working with CSS. So majority of CSS effects we already used while working with HTML. Separately, I given a complete detail idea on every concept of CSS. In interviews, when they ask any question about CSS, mostly the question will be CSS inheritance, CSS rules, CSS units, CSS not effects, attributes, effects they don't ask. CSS integration. Integration means inline embedded, minifications, media types, media queries. These are the major points in interviews, right? Already I given FAQs in every topic. That's what they ask usually, right? So now we are aware of how to style the page and apply all kind of effects into the page. But what is problem is, with whatever you have learned and with this knowledge, you have to design a complete page with good animations, effects. It will take time. In real time project development, the main concern is time, right? Because software development, as I told, like it is not a talent show. Software development is pure business. It's business. Software development is not skill development, or it is not like talent show that they identify your talent and skill. They will give good rewards for your designs and nothing will happen. It's a business. That means the main thing as a software developer you should remember is the task given to us should be finished by the specified duration of time, within the time. How you design, they don't care. They just care about designed or not. That's the reason always in real world projects, our main worry is speed. You know all the effects, but don't waste time in writing all of them. You implement with predefined effects. That means in real world projects, we save a lot of time by getting these kind of effects, animations in a shortcut way. That is where the concepts like we have third party concepts like we have bootstrap, we have like tailwind, tailwind, we have like Telerik. So many third parties are there. Twitter, bootstrap. There are so many. There are so many different technologies. We have MUI based on React. So we have like Angular material, this for Angular based technologies. We have so many such things are there. This main intention is see what these people do. Means let's visit their website and see what they tell, right? See, suppose I am watching here Bootstrap. Okay. See what is the main caption. What is the main caption? Build fast. build fast. The main caption is build fast. Okay. I will visit some another like what tailwind. You see their caption rapidly build modern websites. Why everybody is worried about speed? That means why everybody's main concern is speed, fast. Why they are talking about fast? Why? Because that is the main concern in development. That means we should save all the time. We should do the complicated task in a simple way, fast. We will not implement this. We will not implement this in real world directly by writing more logics. We will just use shortcuts. But we will not do this while learning. You have to learn perfectly, end to end. Everything you have to learn. But you have to save time, because if you don't learn everything step by step and you don't know every concept, the problem is in future you will not able to easily identify the issues. See, these days we see regularly, like these days we see on YouTube channels and all, everybody saying like, I will teach you Python, I will teach you Java, I will teach you .NET with what? AI tools. What these AI tools will do, they will write the logic for you, and you will save a lot of time and you will learn. That means now I have seen so many advertisements online saying that learn this technology with AI tools. That's nonsense actually. That's pure nonsense. What you are saying that learn a technology with the help of AI. If in any case AI is failed in a situation, what you will do? You are a dumb software engineer. You don't know anything to do. That's complete nonsense actually. Now people are very much misguided based on that, because obviously people don't know much about technology, right? That is the reason these all people survive in market, right? I told you na, Byju's, when Byju's came, people running behind Byju's. Now what happened? You know Byju's? It is a disaster in the market. Everybody will go like that. Who takes lot of shortcuts? Everybody will go like that. That means you see White Hat Junior, you know, White Hat Junior. They came into market with an advertisement saying that your kid will build apps. Seriously, if kid build apps, what software engineer will do? He will raise the kids, huh? Huh? Seriously, what you are doing, what you are talking about? If kid will build apps, what software engineers will do then? He will take care of kids, bring him from software company, drop him, feed him lunch, dinner. Nonsense these are all. Online you will see so much such rubbish, nonsense. People misguide, take the situation into their hands and misguide you. They utilize, they make money and jump out. We have seen lakhs of such startups. In our career, we have seen so many such startups come, make money, disappeared. That means we will train a course for 50,000. 50,000, I will train you for 500 rupees, same, right? But people are attracted because costly, na? Costly is more attractive, right? These all people disappear just in 1 2 years. They make money, gone, because that approach always fails. Thus, that approach entertains, that approach attracts, that approach so feel like they know so many things, but that will be a disaster. It will fail. 100% it will fail. That's the reason, you know, when these people came, White Hat Junior, with such advertisements, many technicians put a case on them. That's the reason now they have changed their advertisement. Do you know now they come with advertisement saying that your child will learn coding? That's fine. Okay. You can teach him coding, but you can't say that he will build apps. It's not possible. So the point here is, as these AI tools, integrations, you know about them. But what is the situation if in any case it is not working? It failed. 3 4 days, some AI servers are not working. What you will do? Holiday. That means you are a dumb software engineer. You can't do anything without AI. Then what is use? 100% AI will fail in various occasions. It is guarantee. We know that. That means AI is going to fail in different situations. It will not work perfectly. In some situations, it will fail. Then what you will do? Right? Actually, you know, you are learning HTML and all from a tool called Visual Studio Code. When we learned HTML, we designed everything with Notepad. You know, many people come and ask like how you remember all these things, because we written everything in Notepad without any help. That means 10 20,000 lines code we written in Notepad without any help, no intelligence. That means we know exactly where problem will come. That means one issue coming, we know exactly where it will come, because we written every line. I know everywhere where I have done this. Right? That means we are not from the generation of VS Code. This VS Code not born also. So we are from the generation where we use .NET like programming through Notepad. Right? That means that is good. That makes you perfect. AI tools, use them. Why to use them? To speed up the work. Bootstrap main concept is that you learnt already CSS, but using that manually is taking time. Then what you do? Ready made. Already they built, you just use it. Modify according to your requirement. That will improve the speed. And which Bootstrap cannot do, you know how to do. Manually implement that. But that means everybody cannot do everything. There are some limitations. Then we have to add manual. We have to add manual approach into that. So what is the main concept of Bootstrap? Why we have to learn Bootstrap? That is the major one. We will learn Bootstrap and Tailwind. Both we will learn. Once we know Bootstrap, easy. Tailwind also same, right? What is the concept of Bootstrap is here. One more point is there. Many people have a confusion about this Bootstrap, because in interviews for freshers also they ask like that. Uh, they ask like, is Bootstrap a library? Is Bootstrap a framework? That is the terms. They are the terms very much confusing little bit. Actually, what is Bootstrap is, for a software developer, it is a toolkit. It is not a library or not a framework, because sometimes people say Bootstrap as library, sometimes people say as a framework. But what they say about themselves, what Bootstrap says, that we are a toolkit. Toolkit means a software toolkit comprises of several tools which are required for building, designing, styling, and even logically defining some functionalities involved, which are required for design, which are required for styling, which are required for even functionalities. Everything is provided by these people. So officially, what Bootstrap says, you see what Bootstrap it is. So you can see it is a power packed, feature packed front end toolkit. They don't say that we are a library or we are a framework. They say that it is a toolkit. A toolkit means, for a software developer, it have powerful features for designing to functionality, right? So officially, so what is Bootstrap? So Bootstrap is a toolkit Bootstrap is a toolkit with, we can say, power packed features that are required, power packed features that are required. One second. Yep. So here that are required. So features that are required to design, style, and you can say function, uh, and required configured functionality. So it is a toolkit with features that are required to design, style, and required to configure functionality. You can simply say, already they say required na, configure functionality. That's enough. Okay, right. Now, what is it? It can it can rapidly build interactive and responsive UI. So that the main intention is fast, build fast. It can rapidly build interactive and responsive UI, user interface. How it will provide, how it can build, it is nothing but it comprises of predefined components which you can customize according to requirements. So requirements, it we can customize according to the requirements. And one more specialty about this bootstrap is actually it is built with a language called SAS. Later you will learn that language also, SAS. SAS advantage is it reduces compatibility problems. That means a component can work across all browsers. I told you now CSS and all browser issues will come. So it can reduce the compatibility issues and make your components run on every device, every browser. So it is built by using SAS that reduces compatibility issues, which will reduce the compatibility issues. So built by using SAS. SAS is, later you will learn, syntactically awesome style sheets. That is a language required for CSS. Let's see how to use it. How do we use Bootstrap? Already we are using its icons, but now we can use the Bootstrap. What is the specialty of Bootstrap is it is a full featured component library. Means, for example, see, I will show you. Suppose we have Amazon. In Amazon, you see they given a carousel. You can see this is a carousel. This is a carousel which sliding banners left and right. To design like this manually, we can design like this. In JavaScript, we will learn how we can design like this. But it will take lot of time to create this. What is advantage of Bootstrap? See, Bootstrap people already created those components and given to us. You see, this is the component given to us. And already it is ready. What you have to do, just copy this code, modify according to your requirements. That's it. So that means you don't need to write much. So it is already written, designed, just implement, modify. This we will see how to build like this. Manually to create like this, it will take time. So we can easily handle these things. Let's see how to utilize that. That means how we can implement and use it. For that, first, what you have to do? First, you need to set up Bootstrap for project. How do you set up Bootstrap for project? Already icons are there. What you have to do? First, install following libraries. npm install bootstrap icons and save. Already icons you have, but I am giving completed one option here. Bootstrap icons we are installing. After that, link the following files to your page. Initially, we can link the files to the page. And what are the files we need to link is icons file we already know. Extra file is we have a link relation style sheet. Href is node modules. In that you will find bootstrap dist css bootstrap.css. This is the file you need for bootstrap classes and components. You have to, after installing, you will get that folder automatically. You have to link that. Icons we already know, icon file we already know. Now another is you need a script file. Script source is equal to, we have node modules bootstrap dist js bootstrap.bundle.js. This file you have to link. It is a script file. Actually, the latest bootstrap version is 5, and it doesn't require jQuery. Actually, old versions used to use this jQuery compulsory. First, we have to install jQuery, and through jQuery only we have to use Bootstrap. But now they have integrated jQuery into Bootstrap. You don't need separate jQuery. From Bootstrap 5 version onwards, which is latest version, you don't need jQuery. Earlier compulsory. First you have to install jQuery, link jQuery. With jQuery, this will work. But now Bootstrap 5 onwards, it doesn't require jQuery. It doesn't require jQuery. So these files you have to link. So Bootstrap up to version 4, they need jQuery file also. You don't need this jQuery file. So these two are enough because now we are using all the latest options version. Let's see. And what you will see now here is I will install this in my project. Suppose first I will create a separate folder here, bootstrap examples. Okay, in that we have a page home HTML. In this page, we are just adding bootstrap. So here, rapidly build interactive UI. something like this I given. We have some more data list, data term, components, data definition. I have like alerts, another data definition like carousel and navbar, something like this we are adding. Now, generally, when you look at this design, it looks normal. There is nothing special here. It looks normal. Let's add Bootstrap and see whether it changes anything or not. Let's add. First, you need to install Bootstrap, npm install Bootstrap and Bootstrap icons and what? Save. Icons already are there. Install shortcut is I. You can use the word I. It is installed successfully, and once it is installed, now go and link those files. So here we need link. Relation is equal to style sheet href node modules bootstrap dist css bootstrap dot what css. That is the file. Another file we need a script source. Script we will not use immediately, but later we need bootstrap node modules bootstrap dist js bundle.js. Icon file I will link relation style sheet href node modules icons font css. This we know already. Now suddenly you will see that when I link these files, automatically my page design changed a little bit. Any change? You have seen font styles, you have seen alignments, you see data list terms are bold. How it is happening? That means the CSS file that you linked, it contains predefined effects. They are working now. And what is the specialty now is Bootstrap provides so many components and classes. First we will learn classes, then we will learn components. Already to have different type of appearance, what we are doing manually writing classes, but Bootstrap already written. You just use them. If you are not satisfied with them, you write, right? That means what are the classes already Bootstrap has written? That means now you see here, we will use the classes. That means after linking these files, I will copy an example. This is an example of that. By default, it is having some effects. What is the specialty of Bootstrap is Bootstrap provides CSS classes. Means it have built-in classes. And the classes are for every situation you learned in CSS. In CSS, you learn different things. For everything, they have classes. For some concepts, they don't have. Then we have to manually implement. What are the classes? Let's come from the first. You learned what you learned first in Bootstrap. In CSS attributes, you learned box model. You learned box model, na? Tell me what is in box model? Margins, padding, border, border radius, width and height. Am I right? Now in Bootstrap, for that, what we can do is see for margins, we have M. M is a class. M is a class. And it have a breakpoint. Actually, break is nothing but break from 1 to 5. Means 5 points you can define. That means M1, M2, M3, M4, M5. This M is for all directions. Margin all directions. You want margin left. Then what you do is MS. MS is start. S for start. Start means so So start means what? Left. Left is start. Another one we have ME. ME means end. End means what? Right. We have MX. MX. MX means X axis means left and right. Right. We have MT. MT is what? Top. So we have MB. MB is what? Bottom. And we have MY. ME what? Top and bottom. Both you want to set, you can give margins like this. What is the specialty? Ready-made classes are there, just apply them. Suppose you want margin, paddings, same. What is it? P and breakpoint. We have PS and breakpoint. We have PE and breakpoint. And PX breakpoint and PT is breakpoint and PB is another break and PY is another break. Actually, from latest versions, they made available 5. Earlier, they used to have only 4, 1 to 4. And 1 to 5 also not very much, little bit. You want more space, more padding, you have to manually write, right? These are padding. Margin, another one, padding. One more is border. For border, they are having like border. Border is the class and border breakpoint is the class. This is what size, how much border size you want. We have border, border contextual. Contextual means colors. We have like primary, we have like secondary, we have like danger, we have like success, we have like warning, we have like info. All these are colors, contextual colors. Danger means red, success means green, warning means yellow. All these are ready-made color names. Primary means blue. All such colors are present. We can apply border, border size, border colors. Okay, first let's put this and see how we can use these options. You see now, actually, our content is exactly on border. Na? We want some left padding. Then body, entire body left padding. Then go to the body. Body, you have to apply a class that is PS. PS is left padding. How many you can give? 5. 1 to 5. That means 5. Then you see padding left is there. That means you can see padding left is there. But 5 is max. If you want, you can use among 5. You want more, then you manually write. That means they will just provide few options. You can apply. And padding 1 is little bit left. That means you can see left. And we want more than padding what? 5. That means padding left, it is 5. Suppose I want to give padding top. Padding top also 5. PT 5. So that means top also 5. Suppose I want to give a border for this entire content. For entire content you want border, then put in a div. In a div we keep everything okay. Now we want a border for that. Then for this div we can apply a class. What is it? Border. And border will give a small border like this. You see border like this. Now border thickness we can apply border 4. That means it will be thick border. And border color, border danger. That means it will be red. We have border what? Success. That is like green. We can apply border danger. And you see now inside the div padding I want again. That means what we will do. So I will give PS. PS is 4. PT is 3. That means it will have some padding. We have margins, we have padding. So I want this data list little bit more down. That means we need to adjust margin top na class margin top 5. that means it will go little down. That means margin top, margin bottom, we are adjusting. That means without writing much manually, just apply class. And if you apply class, all these effects are applied. That means they are simple. Margins, we have padding, we have border, we have radius. Radius is defined with rounded. We have like rounded and breakpoint. We have like rounded pill. We have like rounded circle, like this. We can have width. Width is defined by using W. W can have breakpoint like what? So W25, W50, W75, W100. Only these you can give, others not there. That means you cannot give 30, 40, 60. You can give either 25, 50, 75, 100, right? That is width we can define. And for height we are having H, that is for height. So this is 25, again 50 and 100. 75 is not there for height. These values are important to understand, right? So this is width, that is height, radius. All these are important. Ready-made class. You see now, suppose this width is full. What I will do, just for the div, I will apply a width as 50, then it will be half, right? And I am giving one more. What is it? Rounded, rounded. And you can see little curved will come. We want more curved. That means rounded, rounded 4. That means more curved will come. There is another option, rounded pill. Pill means it will come like this. But that doesn't fit for this content. We have rounded circle also, but circle will be better for images. Width height should be same, na? Then only circle is good. Just I am giving rounded 4. Suppose we have some image. I will put an image source dot slash. So we have public images, kids fashion. Width is suppose 300. Height is also 300. And you see there is an image and you want to apply some border for that. Means then what you do for that image, you apply a class. What is it? So border and border danger and border as 4, and we given rounded, and we given rounded as what? Circle. And you can see it looks like this. Just apply the classes, everything it will take care. This is the advantage of using bootstrap. That means it makes fast. This is just beginning, there are so many things. This is just only classes. We have a lot of animations and effects to use them, right? First, you try up to this. I will copy this example. First, you try up to this. Like this, now first you need to learn classes for all. Means what? Position classes, display classes, background classes, list style classes. Already whatever you learned, same class names. If you know the class names, you can avoid manually writing and you can implement this class. But they don't satisfy every requirement. We have to manually also write some effects, right? So all the classes what Bootstrap is having, that we will see tomorrow. Once we do that, now major is components. Components means carousels, banners, we can create like that. That we'll see next coming sessions. Tomorrow we'll continue. Okay, right.